Spin mode. Yo, what's up? Everybody come on in. Look, I thought the last time I talked about Jeffrey Epstein was going to be the last time I talked about Jeffrey Epstein. But we need to talk about how this White House is working overtime to keep Donald Trump's name out of this Jeffrey Epstein mess. Yeah, they in full blown spin mode. They are throwing everything at the wall to see what's going to stick that'll take people's attention away from Jeffrey Epstein and put it wherever they're trying to divert our attention to next. And the crazy thing is, they got time to think of all of these crazy ass plots to bring other people into this mess. With the time that they are spending on doing all of that, why don't they just release the list? The damn list, the one with all the nasty little names on it. Why won't they release the list? That seems like that would be the easiest thing to do. And even if it's not a list, just give us the shits. Let us go through it and let us figure out what is and is not relevant in that file. But you know why they won't release the list? Because that list has got DJT stamped all over it in gold, like a damn Mar-a-Lago pool towel. You know how tacky them shits is. That's why they will not release this list. And I know for the most part, I am preaching to the choir. Y'all all know, just like I know, that Donald Trump is in a lot of ways, not just a few ways, not just in some ways, but in almost every way, Donald Trump is related to Jeffrey Epstein. But the followers of Trump, they are the people who confuse me. They are the enigmas in this situation, because this is the same administration that gutted the human trafficking office at the State Department. And they expect transparency as we're talking about sex trafficking of children. They gutted the human trafficking office. That's like pulling the fire alarm after the damn fire, talking about we didn't want to disturb the flames. That is exactly what the fuck you do when you have already committed the crime and now you're starting to cover up. And then the usual suggestions in a time like this, especially when the president is among the people who may be implicated in this broader conspiracy, this broader crime ring. The first thing that people will do is say, well, let's appoint a special prosecutor. And everybody's like, yeah, see if that's on the board. Yeah. But then they like, no, we don't need a special prosecutor. You don't need a special prosecutor. What the? You got one for a laptop, right? You got one for Hunter Biden's iCloud password, right? But we got a billionaire child predator running a sex trafficking ring with presidents and royalty and CEOs, and y'all like, nah, we good on that. Good news to everyone, even the fake news media. We have investigated ourselves and found ourselves not guilty. But even worse than investigating yourself and finding yourself not guilty, we got Trump out here acting like he ain't never even heard of Jeffrey Epstein. Like, Jeffrey who? I don't know him. He's a creep. Maybe we took a picture once, maybe 37, 47, 100 times. Maybe we both owned a private jet together named Lolita, and maybe, just maybe, we used to vacation on a little island out there in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I don't remember and I don't know him. Now, think about how people must feel. Like, you think we stupid. You think we stupid. That's how people feel. I bet you R. Kelly is sitting in prison today like, what the fuck? You mean y'all really letting him skate? We talking from his own attorney general. She said thousands of girls. So if this man's name is on this list, I wouldn't blame an R. Kelly for being like, are you fucking serious? Yeah. Now Attorney General Pam Bondi is on quiet hour. She is on mute like a side chick who saw too much. Earlier this year, the Epstein list was on her desk. This week, her desk is empty, and there ain't no such thing as a Jeffrey Epstein client list. Somebody is guilty and somebody is lying. And look, I have seen more clues, better clues, on an 80s milk carton. These people are not good at lying. The White House got more spins than a damn DJ at a Diddy party, and they out here blaming everybody. Hillary Clinton, Comey, Obama, the Tooth Fairy. They blaming everybody except for the one person that is seen in multiple pictures with Jeffrey Epstein. And then there's that creepy ass letter or note that he wrote in the Epstein birthday book. Allegedly, Donald Trump wrote this letter in a birthday book for Jeffrey Epstein that said, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." And then he also wished that every day could be another wonderful secret. Also adding, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? That actually sounds like some pedophile. That sounds like pedophile-ish, doesn't it? Am I reaching? We share secrets. We have certain things in common. Enigmas never age. That sounds like some nasty kid diddling-ish. Yeah, secrets like that will make you erase a client list, won't they? They are sitting here saying, technically, there is no client list. Oh, so now we're caring about technicalities. When Trump was stealing classified documents and having them sit next to his toilet, he's stealing these documents like Netflix passwords. It was all witch hunt. But when we ask about an international sex trafficking operation, now all of a sudden you are the IT department at Comcast. Now everything is on clack, clack, lock. You can take classified documents to the crib, but don't ask me about this client list. And MAGA, of course, MAGA is pissed too. They don't know who to blame. Obama, Comey, Hillary, but some of them have finally gotten to the point where they might be able to blame Trump. Now, they posted on Live Social about Pam Bondi, Hunter Biden's laptop, Russia, 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 the Steele dossier, but some of them have said, hey, all of that is all well and good, but none of them people are on Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs. Some of these MAGA supporters are starting to put two and two together. Not enough of them, though. The people that kind of give them their marching orders, they're kind of pulling back on talking about Epstein, because the more we talk about Epstein, the more this sitting president is implicated. At this point, we putting all the clues together, right, team? The only thing missing from this whole cover up is the goddamn mystery machine and the dog that says ruh-roh, and somebody to pull the mask off of old Mr. Parker, and he say, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Wow, that sounded really bad, given the subject matter. Well, I've been preaching for the last 6 months that the White House, the DOJ, this entire administration is not protecting democracy. They are running security for a non presidential predator. That's that man, that orange man, sitting in the White House. They got more people protecting Trump from Epstein than we had protecting those kids from Epstein. And that's altogether fucked up. I hope you found this informative, because I try to share knowledge. I don't spill tea, because you and I deserve so much more than just tea. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, help me get to 5,000. We're making moves here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Every click, every share, y'all make us fly. Together we shine brighter than the sky.
Shout outs to comments, we see every word. Y'all the reason Tasha's voice gets heard. Subscribers growing, lighten up the day. With your support, we'll never fade away. Thank you, UnWrapped fam, you keep us strong. Keep us strong. Your love and your faith help us move along. Help us move along. Every click, every share, y'all make us fly. Y'all make us fly. Together we shine brighter than the sky. Brighter than the sky. Roll call for the peeps who keep it alive. Patron super chats all here on the drive. Tasha got the mic, but you fuel the vibe. This channel's a party and y'all keep it live.
Monthly supporters, give y'all a cheer. Live stream energy, you bring the gear. Every episode's magic, cause of y'all's touch.